Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we try to figure out if companies are actually doing great or just saying so with fancy words. Today we're digging into a filing from Immix Biopharma, Incorporated, the sort of update that makes you wonder what is really going on behind the scenes. So Immix Biopharma Incorporated is filing an 8K form, which is basically a report for important events that happen between their bigger filings. Think of it as a pop quiz for the company to tell the SEC and ask what is up. The company here is Immix Biopharma Incorporated, and they're incorporated in Delaware. Their stock ticker is IMX and it is traded on the NASDAQ. Now this form is being filed because they're dealing with some accounting housekeeping related to their financial statements and the folks who sign off on them. Seems like their independent registered public accounting firms are giving their stamp of approval on past reports. The date here is the 26th of November 2025, which tells us when this specific event or update happened. It is important to note that this is a current report, meaning it is for something that just occurred or is considered significant right now. One interesting detail is that Immix Biopharma Incorporated is marked as an emerging growth company. You can tell because there is a big X in the box next to it. This means they're a relatively younger company, and they get some special treatment when it comes to following new accounting rules, allowing them to delay adoption of new financial reporting standards, which can give them more flexibility but also might mean their financial picture isn't as up to date with the latest industry practices as older companies. This filing is specifically about other events. It's not about a big merger, a new product launch, or a significant change in leadership. Instead, it is all about getting updated consents from their accountants. So the big story here is about their accounting firms. They've got KMJ Corbin and Company LLP, who are their former accountants, and Crow LLP, who are their current accountants. They're both providing updated consents. What does that really mean? Basically, these accounting firms are giving permission to include their previous audit reports in new company filings. Think of it like a chef giving permission for their recipe to be used in a new cookbook. These reports are for their consolidated financial statements from 2024, which were part of their 10K filing earlier in 2025. This is crucial for their registration statement on Form S-3, which allows them to issue new securities. This also means both KMJ Corbin and Crow LLP will be listed under the Expert section in their prospectus. This is the section where the company points to the independent professionals who have verified their financial data. It is a way to build credibility. The actual updated consents are filed as Exhibits 23.2 and 23.1. These are the official documents where the accounting firms say, yes, you can use our previous work. So this 8K filing isn't introducing new financial data itself, but it is clearing the way for their existing financial data to be used in future fundraising efforts. Under item 9.01, we see the formal listing of these exhibits. Exhibit 23.1 is the consent from Crow LLP, the current accounting firm, and Exhibit 23.2 is the consent from KMJ Corbin and Company LLP, the former firm. There is also Exhibit 104, which is the cover page interactive data file, which is standard for these filings and helps make the data machine readable. Finally, we have the signature block. This report is signed by Ilya Rachman, PhD, MD, who is the Chief Executive Officer of Immix Biopharma Incorporated. His signature indicates that the company is officially submitting this report and acknowledging its contents. So what is the story here? Immix Biopharma Incorporated is essentially saying, hey, we've got our financial statements from last year and our previous accountants and our current accountants are both okay with us using those reports again as we plan to raise more money. The fact that they need updated consents suggests they are actively using their registration statement, probably to sell more shares or other forms of capital. As an emerging growth company, they have some leeway with accounting standards, which might make their published financials look better or at least simpler to manage in the short term. The core implication is that the company is positioning itself for future financing and is making sure all the necessary paperwork with its auditors is in order. This isn't a sign of immediate financial distress, but rather a procedural step for companies looking to tap into capital markets. The lack of any other material event reported on this 8K filing suggests that for today, this is the most significant piece of news. It's A behind. Scenes kind of update that's essential for their financial operations, but not something that directly impacts daily business operations or product performance. It's a good sign that they're keeping their ducks in a row with their filings and regulatory bodies, which is always a positive for investor confidence. Alright, that is our breakdown of Immix Biopharma Incorporated's latest filing. What is your take on these numbers and what they signal for the company's future? Drop your thoughts in the comments if this analysis was valuable. Hitting that like button really helps, and subscribe for more deep dives. Don't forget to check out the Discord in the description. Thanks for watching, see you next time.